We're the Captain Ledge Band.
I'm Justin.
Yeah.
Gina.
Lonnie.
Oh, I'm Cliff. And we just discovered recently that we might be kind of a bluegrass band, but we didn't know that until we came north. We suspected it.
That's the word we keep hearing anyway.
Yep.
So now we got Pink Floyd on a bluegrass list.
Yeah.
Right.
We're kind of Americana acoustic. I want to throw Red Dirt in there because we're from southeast Oklahoma, and sometimes we can sound a little bit Red Dirt.
But we're a string band. There's no drums, so we're a
Blue Dirt, Red Grass.
Yeah.
Blue Dirt, Red Grass.
Yeah, we
I like
are.
that
That's
one.
who we are.
What do I do instrumentally? My part in the band. I am the lead vocalist most of the time. Sometimes Justin sings his songs. He has a beautiful singing voice. And I also play mandolin.
I play bass.
I am the guitarist, banjo from time to time, and I do the singing half the time, I guess.
I just play my guitar and sing backup and have a great time doing it.
I do
And you
harmonica.
are?
I'm Lonnie.
And I do harmonica occasionally too. Then Gina lets me sing.
We started out, our oldest son asked for a mandolin for Christmas one year. I started picking it up. My husband used to play bass, and we just started jamming around at the house, and we ended up starting to it snowballed. And so now here we are doing an interview. So
And touring.
and we've had a couple of guitar players come and go, but these guys are most recent, and they're fitting in very nicely.
Gina and I, the first time we played was actually in an old opera theater in Hartshorn, Oklahoma.
My hometown.
Yeah. And then we've played on all sizes of stages, from some pretty cool festivals to little club stuff. And because we're acoustic, we've been known to just start playing somewhere just acoustic. So we do kind of everything. We just like to play.
Our writing process is that we each individually do some writing, but when we bring it to the group, there's always some changes, and we just sort of it mutates as we work the song over. But each person has their own idea of a song, and mostly we follow that, but there's usually some little changes that we make as a group.
Right. And every song we write has a story. That's why people kind of look at us as a folk band occasionally, because there's a story in every one of our songs.
My favorite song is one that I wrote, of course. No, I mean, I like some other songs too. But Neurologically Poor, which is on our first album, Great White Skunk, is my favorite song. And I wrote it because my son asked me what a lobotomy was. And so I told him that's what they did before they had psych meds. And so I wrote a song about someone with multiple personalities, which was a little disturbing to my husband's mother. But Neurologically Poor is my favorite song.
I love that story. What's your favorite song?
My favorite one to play is Threadbare. I just love that song. I love the guitar part in it. It's about Bailey too, you know.
No, Threadbare is not.
No, that
She was
in the video.
A video,
Yeah,
yes.
we had a video on Zeus Country for a while.
I'd say more than likely my favorite song that we play is Lil Mama. It's from the first album as well.
That one's about our daughter.
That one's about the daughter, yeah. Oh boy. I have several. I guess my favorite one is Wet, and it's kind of a reggae tune, but I helped navigate a sailboat from Miami across the Gulf of Mexico to Galveston, and it was a 7-day out-of-land trip, and we had two different storms move in on us, and the waves were like 30 and 40 feet, and we were in a 47-foot sailboat, and it was kind of scary. The autopilot wouldn't hold, and we had to hand steer the whole 7 days, which meant doing everything in shifts. And when you went out on deck, you got wet. And about the third day out, I really got to missing my wife and family. And all I could think about was that salt water doesn't dry on you, so you just stay kind of dank the whole time, and that's Wet came out of that.
Our music is heavily influenced by where we're from, I feel. I grew up singing gospel music with my family since I was a small child, and I think I know all of us grew up going to church, and so there's some gospel influence. But interestingly enough, we all have some background of enjoying heavy metal music. My dad listened to Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and all of that when I was growing up. So we have some heavy metal influence and some gospel influence, and some Southern red dirt, sitting on your porch picking acoustic instruments, and it makes sort of an acoustic Americana sound. Americana is what they call it, but I just think it's kind of a Southeast Oklahoma sound.
When are we going to be successful, Justin?
When we play the Canes Ballroom.
That's right.
Tulsa. I think it's when Jim has a road crew to order around.
Yeah. The Canes Ballroom in Tulsa is really awesome. It used to be a place where Bob Wills, the Texas Playboys, played swing.
It's where
music.
Swing music came
So there's
from.
actually railroad springs under the floor, and so when people hear music there, or listen to bands, and they dance, the whole floor will move up and down.
It's cool.
Super
You gotta
cool
go
place,
do it.
and if we get on the stage at the Canes Ballroom.
Yeah.
Then we'll know.
Don't mean to be advertising for the Canes in
Of
Tulsa,
course we do.
Oklahoma, but
Big shout out.
our Facebook page, the Captain Ledge Band Facebook page, we are very active on social media. You also get a lot of pictures on Instagram,
Twitter. We're on
Twitter. We have CaptainLedge.com, www.captainledge.com, and sadly, because it's sometimes hard to get an good connection. It's not updated as much as like the Facebook page, but
YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
Or you can just Google us.
You can Google
Easy
and
to
you'll
find.
get like 3 or 4 pages of stuff, newspaper articles, links to songs, all kinds of things.
We like to talk about bees because we live way out in the country, and we're very, very blessed to live way out in the country. We're sort of like Green Acres because we don't have internet connection in that. I mean, we can go to town and get that. So we've got our phones and we're still plugged in, so don't worry, you can still interact with us. But we have beehives because we feel like it's very important to bring attention to the fact that there's a huge decline in the bee population, which is very important to our food supply.
Because eating is important. Ask Lonnie.
Right. And so please don't kill bees. If you find bees in the walls of your home or something like that, look online. There are beekeepers who will come and take the bees. But we sell, at our shows, we sell honey from our beehives, which is completely organic. We do not use any chemicals with our bees. We also sell lip balm, which is made from the wax from our beehives. Right. And it has pollen from Southeast Oklahoma, so if you're from that part of the country, it's going to help, at least in our mind. I mean, it's definitely not an FDA-approved type thing, but we feel like it helps us with our allergies
Honey
and so on.
Good. Honey is
Plus,
my
it
friend.
just tastes really good.
Yeah.
So hashtag save the bees.
If you find a big old wad of bees, they're just swarming, so they're not
Don't kill 'em.
dangerous. Don't kill them. Start calling around and find a beekeeper. He'd love to have free bees, and he'll come out and rescue them for you. All they're doing is they're just balled up around the queen. She's inside that big swarm somewhere, and they're looking for a new home. So call a local beekeeper, and he'll give them a new home, and you'll have saved a whole hive of
Just
bees.
Google local beekeepers.
Local beekeepers, yes.
It's that simple. We've just released a single, No Need to Cry, from our second album. And our second album is Rumors of the Great White Skunk, but you can find it on iTunes. We're also on Amazon.
Yeah, it'll be everywhere. All the digital.
No
everything.
Need to Cry. We're on SoundCloud. If you go to our
Facebook page, the website, it's everywhere.
on our website, you can find it. Yeah. And next week we'll be releasing the rest of the album, and so we're very excited about that.
Very.